Do you feel the vibes?
What's going, guys? It's your boy Tosh, back with another tier list, back with another video. And today we're back with another Espada tier list actually. We have S, which is the best rank, A plus, A, B, C, D. And D is of course the worst. And then we're going upside. S is the best, then A plus. We actually don't have Loopy on this list, but yeah, it doesn't matter really. No one cares about Loopy. But we have rest of the Espadas. And today we have a Discord friend, my guest, Khota. How are you, G? Welcome to the podcast.
How's it going? How's it going, guys?
Alright, I just wanted to do like two persons because when you are too many people, you can't just give your opinion and everyone talks to their mouth and it's just not good. Like at max 4 people I will do from now on and then minimum 2. But yeah, I just want to get started with someone mediocre from the Espadas I want to discuss. Maybe we should go with Zomari.
Zomari, okay. What are the tiers?
Yeah, the tiers are D, C, B, A plus, and S.
Okay.
Let's discuss him a bit, because he was kind of interesting, He's the 7th Espada. He's actually the fastest one out of all of these Espadas, which is pretty impressive. He put up a good fight against Byakuya, if I remember right.
Yeah, he severed his arm and his leg. He also threatened to kill Rukia, which is where his downfall eventually came from.
Yeah.
To be fair though, he says he's the fastest, but are we taking into account Secunda Etapa or Kura? Because I feel like he says he's the fastest, but I think every single Espada at some point has said that they're the best.
Yeah.
Which is... I can't really take them on their word for that.
Yeah,
But you know what? Actually, I kind of like Zomari's power. I think it's super unique.
Yeah, I agree. It's very cool.
And he wasn't like some, hot-headed, like, I'm just gonna run in and start killing things. He was like... He was calm at first. He was like calculated. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna... Like, Byakuya, you've already lost the fight before you've even started. You don't even understand how strong I am.
Yeah, agreed. But he was good against Byakuya 1v1, but when he took Ruki as a hostage, he lost it. And a stupid move.
He didn't anticipate Byakuya going Bankai and just shredding him to pieces, but...
Yeah, for real. Is there anything...
Honestly, I'd say a beta.
Yeah, what was his resurrection? Like ice everywhere?
Yeah, he started growing eyes from his head, his chest, his torso, his everything.
The ability was to control the legs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, he could control one ligament,
okay.
per eye or symbol that he placed down.
Yeah.
Which he tried to do with Byakuya's Zombok though, where he tried to control all the flower petals. He was like, I can control thousands, and Byakuya's like, which one of these 100 million, which one of these thousand, out of these 100 billion can you actually control?
Yeah. I think he should be B. I agree with you.
I think B is a good.
He's not very weak.
Power, he's strong.
He's not very strong either.
No, he's not strong in the sense of in terms of the Espada ranking, but I'd say he's one of the cooler ones.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. As a Mario B, I don't think anyone will complain about that one. Next one, I feel like I should take someone a bit stronger. Nointora. Let's talk Nointora, because he's actually one of my favorite Espadas. I think he's one of the strongest, to be honest. Alive, he was a beast. When he fought Kenpachi, that fight was one of the best fights. That shit was mad.
I can't disagree.
Yeah, because they had a good fight. Kenpachi wasn't serious from the beginning, but Nointora put up a good fight. But then Kenpachi got serious, took his eye patch off. He kind of got smoked. He got smoked against Nell too, if I remember right.
Well, yeah, but okay, yeah. So that did happen. When Nell went into her resurrection, Nointora was kind of losing.
Yeah.
give him this. Even when Kenny took off his eye patch, he was still putting up a good fight. It was only when Kenpachi actually started using two hands, which is when Noitora kind of, that was when he had no chance. But I will give him the fact that he, like, against Kenpachi out of every captain, and mind you, this is Kenpachi with no Shikai, no Bankai, nothing.
Yeah.
So he still put up a very good fight against,
Yeah, he was kind of unlucky because like who wants Kenpachi? He got the like arguably the strongest one in anime. Like
well, yeah, the most ruthless one, definitely.
yeah, like if he got someone like even like Toshiro, he would probably smoke him.
Oh yeah, Toshiro, like Kid Toshiro in that series.
Yeah.
Absolutely, like getting clapped.
Yeah, for sure. Cause
if you got Unohana, then he'd be in big trouble. But that's besides the point.
yeah, his abilities. Let's talk about them though. Like, I found that like arms and swords. Like he's like a half moon, if you remember right. Like yeah, I found his arms interesting.
He had like scythes, didn't he?
Yeah, and his Zero was strong. His Zero was really strong.
Zero, yeah, the one that he made from his tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that bro, he was insane. Santa Teresa is definitely one of the like more like strong resurrections.
Yeah.
That being said, though, his overall contribution to the story, I think that might be the only part where he lacks. I'm willing to put him at A, just purely because of that.
Yeah. He has a good story with Nell, and that's just it.
That's exactly what I mean. Is he has very good. Okay, you know what? Actually, his backstory does slap. So I'm actually willing to put him in A+ here because his backstory is amazing.
We can just like switch them if like when we're done and see if they really deserve it.
Yeah.
We can just put A+ on Noitora for now.
Yeah, I'd say A+ because I actually think that now remembering back to it, I haven't seen Bleach in a while, by the way, guys. Just as a clarification.
Yeah.
So
Same.
now thinking back like about it, I just remembered like. When I was watching that backstory, I was like, I don't like him. He's so scummy, but that's what makes him a good character. Is if you're a writer and you can write a character that the people won't like, then you know you've written a good character.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, when he screams, it's so fun. Like when Kenpachi one-shotted Tesla, and Tesla was like, "I can serve you, Noitora-sama. I will get him for you." Then Noitora screams. Like, stop Tesla! And then Kenpachi like one-shots him. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, that was actually kind of funny though, because it's always funny to me when like Fracciones think they can take on captives and they just get swatted away. They're like, all right, next.
Yeah. When he it came up to my mind when he like one sliced Girko, the Fullbringer. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that Fullbring fight, that was amazing. That was so funny. Kiriko was like, I am the most shing, and then he's like, oh.
Yeah, then Kenpachi was like, Kudarane. So boring. Oh fuck, that was so cool.
Yeah, he was like, these guys got the stronger guys? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, Kenpachi was always... Kenpachi is, in my opinion, like, he's one of the best characters in Bleach. He's one of the best characters in Bleach, in my opinion, for sure.
Honestly, S tier.
Kenpachi, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Back to topic though. We're putting Noitora an A+. I don't...
A+, yeah. I think A+ is good.
You can choose the next Espada. We can discuss.
Okay, how about we do... how about Zamari? No, not Zamari, what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. Yami. How about Yami?
Oh yeah, he's an interesting one. I'm gonna be honest here. I thought he was one of the weakest ones before he got his resurrection. Like when Ulquiorra and Yami came to the Karakura town to search for Ichigo, and then when Ichigo slapped him there, that was that shit was mad. Yeah.
To be fair though, Ichigo was partially using like part of his holo powers there because he was in Bankai, so he just sliced his arm off, and then Yami was like, Ugh. But the only reason I brought Yami up is because he's the only Espada that changes number and goes from the worst Espada to the best, like to the strongest Espada in like
Yeah.
that.
No cap, he's one of the strongest Espadas. I'm not joking.
Well, he is, but on the tier list of the other Espadas, if I'm really like looking at him, do I really want to put him in anywhere above A tier?
I would put him in A tier. Yeah, maybe A plus later on. Because when he's his normal state, he sucks. Like he's kind of useless. When Urara came and saved Ichigo, he smoked him too. Like, I think Urahara used Benihime on him. He would probably get smoked, and then Ulquiorra like dodged and protected Yami. I don't think does Yami have any other fights. He has one.
Yeah, counter argument though. When he was in Las Noches, in the wastelands of
Yeah.
Mundo, when Kenpachi and Byakuya and like Mayuri and they were all sitting there and they were like just throwing everything at him. And there was like Renji and Rukia fighting him with like when basically, and then Ichigo came down as well and like uppercutted him with that Getsuga Tensho. Even then, Yami was just kind of unfazed. Like he was just kind of sat there.
Yeah.
But he also didn't really do anything of like significance. He was just kind of there to be an annoyance.
Yeah.
So I'd say while he is a really cool Espada, I don't think I could put him anywhere above A purely because he didn't actually do much.
Yeah. He doesn't have a good backstory, I think. Or do we ever get a backstory from Yami?
I honestly, if there is one, maybe James will be able to tell us if he has one, but I can't think of one.
Yeah. But I will give him this though. He was like one of the most active Espadas. Like you saw him every time in the beginning.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. He was very much like a road to mouth. He would always talk. He always had an opinion on something.
Yeah, like
And personality.
A plus.
Fine. You know what? Have it. Yeah, put him in A plus.
He's not above Noitora though. Let's be honest.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, yeah. His resurrection was when he went to resurrection, bro. Like, he has two stages, right? Like he went one, and then he gets more mad, and then he gets bigger.
Yeah, no, it's one resurrection, but it's just the more annoyed he gets, the bigger he gets. It kind of reminds me of like Jared Valkyrie in a way, where he's like, the more you hit him, the more he just becomes stronger.
Yeah, he had a good fight in my opinion against Kenny and Byakuya because they are two strong captains.
Yeah, but he didn't really. They didn't do anything. They were just fighting each other the whole time. They didn't really do anything to him, and he didn't do anything to them. It was just like he got one shot off screen. I wouldn't say one shot, but he got beaten off panel. I can't really say that. If they put up a good fight because we never actually saw the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like A plus. Like he's one of the worst A plus, but I feel like he deserves A plus plot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, his powers, he's insane. I would judge it based off of like the problem is I just love all the Espada apart from maybe some, so it's really hard for me to judge them comparatively to each other.
Yeah.
Which is what will make this a really good video because I'm actually like contemplating.
His Zero though, what was his? Yeah, his Zeros were really fast, but didn't do a lot of damage.
Oh, but his Zeros were massive though, like, and he was the first. Actually, you know what? He was the first Espada to introduce us to the Bala.
Oh, okay.
Which is like that Zero, which is like not as strong as like a regular Zero, but it's 10 times faster. He's the first Espada to introduce us to that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good character overall. I kind of feel like Yami is underrated.
You know what? He actually is underrated.
Yeah. There's a lot of Espadas I think is overrated, but we'll come to that. Yeah. You can choose the next one.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like the what's his name? Aroniero, how about him?
Oh shit! Yeah, let's go. It might. Okay, I'm just gonna before I say where he should be. I feel like he's, let's be honest, the weakest of all of these Espadas. Like, the only thing he did was good. Like, he took Cayenne, right?
Yeah.
From Rukia. That was the only good, like, cool thing he did. He looked like Cayenne, you know. His ability was to consume Arankars and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, he's the only Espada that wasn't a thing. He was like a Menos or whatever. He was still like the lower tier, but he evolved so much that he like Aizen acknowledged him as an Espada.
But even if he like consumed all this Arankars and stuff, he wouldn't even be stronger than like Nointora.
No, Tora could blow him away like a birthday candle. It wouldn't even be close. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, no, alright, Araniero, right? If you're watching this, right? No offense, man. Love your videos, but I'm just saying, out of all the Espada, I'm just saying he's getting clapped.
Yeah. He fought against Rukia, which was what was the Rukia like? She wasn't even a lieutenant.
She was literally third seat.
Oh.
I'm just gonna, you know.
Yeah. He got clapped by first seed Rukia. Stays everything.
His powers are quite cool, but as an Espada himself, I can't really rate him higher than like maybe a C.
I put him in D. No joke.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I'll give you that to be fair, because I'm trying to think like, did he have a good backstory? But like, no, he just killed things in like the wastelands of Las Noches and like, Huecamundo. I mean, why do I keep saying Las Noches?
He was kind of cool when he like showed up for the first time in the beginning. Like he couldn't be out on the sun. Like then he was in the shadows.
Yeah, that was an interesting power, but it's not because he was weak to it. It's just because it revealed his true form. Like he can like tap into like your emotions and your memories or like whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just for me, Araniero was definitely like D tier.
Yeah, his resurrection was nothing special either.
His resurrection. Oh yeah, Glottoneria. Yeah, he just turned to a massive like tentacle octopus thing.
Yeah, and I see nothing interesting or like cool.
Okay, the point of that resurrection was to show that he can still use all of the abilities of all the hollows that he consumed. The problem is that we never really got to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting him at D because he didn't have any good backstory. He literally died like in the beginning. Okay. Next one. Okay, these are like the stronger guys. Shit, we have a lot of. We need to take someone very strong. Yeah, Baragon.
Alright. I love Baragon. He has one of the coolest voice lines in Bleach Brave Souls as well, in my opinion. His powers are absolutely insane. And he goes from this like, and his Fracciones as well, they're just awesome.
Yeah. I loved his ability, and I loved his appearance when he had like the skeleton appearance. He's he's like only Espada that has his number, right?
Baragon.
Yeah, like he's number 2, but I have never seen his number. Yeah.
Oh, that we can't see his number. Yeah. I think I'm not sure where his number is.
Yeah. He has a really good.
His
go on.
backstory as well with Aizen, where he was like the king of all the like Arrancar or like of all the thing in Huecamundo, and he was like sat on his throne with everyone around him, and then Aizen came along and just like one shot all of them, and he was like, "You work for me now."
Yeah, I was gonna say that because he has a good backstory. He was like the king of Huecamundo because Stark is Stark. Like when Gin, Tozen, and Aizen arrived, he was like, "Who are these fools coming here?" And then like Aizen one shot him. And, yeah, that was cool. A really good clip to see, like in the backstory of Paragon.
His fight against Soifon as well, like Soifon he forced out Soifon's Bankai, and even that wasn't like enough to beat him. She used her Bankai twice, and he lived through it.
Yeah, and she got help from who was it?
From Hachi again.
Yeah, from Hachi, one of the visors. Yeah, she was not even 1v1 against him. Paragon would smoke him 1v1. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but even that was tough. Like, Hachigen had to literally get his hand like chopped off and put it inside him to use his own ability against him. And his ability, by the way, the ability to age everything around him to the point of literal death,
Yeah.
is not only insane for the simple fact of like the ability itself is strong, but the way he uses it is insane because he just spreads this like black fog and everything just erodes and dies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like I know fights in Bleach are normally like spiritual like pressure versus spiritual pressure and stuff, but this is why I said earlier when I was talking about Yami, I don't think Yami could stand a chance against Baragon because he would just get evaporated.
Yeah. I even seen people say that, like on YouTube and stuff like that, social medias, that he's the strongest by Espada.
I would say he is, but I could be wrong, but I'm just saying he could literally erode anything. Like, just snaps his fingers. Imagine, instead of Okura being in Lost Noches, it was Baragon fighting Ichigo. Can you imagine that? Like, Ichigo comes at him with a Bankai, and then he just destroys the entirety of Lost Noches, and then Ichigo is just bones on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Even when Baragon died, was such a cool moment when he like took his axe and throwed it at Aizen, like a last attempt.
So much personality. Oh, man, he's S tier, man. He's actually got. He's definitely S tier.
Like just that little little show there showed like how much he hated Aizen. Like.
Well, we have to remember, none of the Espadas liked Aizen. Like, it's not like with the whole Yuha and Quincy situation where they actually religiously followed him and actually believed him. Aizen just forced them to work for him because they literally had no choice.
Yeah.
Like, same with Halibel and Stark. And actually, I'm not sure. I think Okira actually did like Aizen, but the rest of them definitely didn't. They were just kind of forced to work for him.
Yeah. Baragon A plus or S plus or S?
I genuinely would say S tier.
Yeah, I can't complain. He's such a good character.
If I had to pick a favorite Espada that isn't like Okura, I'd probably go Paragon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like everything. Wait, we put Baragon on S. I don't think anyone wanna like complain about that, or like even if
100%.
even if someone complains about it, we can just discuss it in the comment section or whatever. But yeah, I actually don't want to choose the next Espada. I want to go with actually my favorite Espada, Grimijo.
Okay.
This one, bro. Like we can talk about his manga, like anime state and his Thousand Blood War state. But let's start with anime, because he had like the most screen time of all the Espadas, in my opinion. Like, how many times did he fight Ichigo? 3 times.
Did he have more screen time than Okura? I'm trying to think, because I think you're right. He's definitely number 1 or number 2. In terms of screen time, but did he have more screen time than Okura? I want to say maybe yes.
Yeah.
Because his initial fight against Ichigo was when he barged into Karakura town with his like fracciones, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna come in and kick the shit out of you." And then Ichigo did that like Getsuga Tensho on him and left him that scar on his chest, and then he realized like, okay, this guy is, this is a bit insane.
Yeah. Like his backstory is so good too. Like, bro, when he killed like his fractions to get stronger, that was so emotional.
Yeah, he did. He like ate them because he was a panther in like the wastelands, and they're like, we don't want to go on anymore. And he's like, well, if you guys don't want to survive, I
Yeah.
guess let me kill you all, and then I'll become like the strongest.
Hon lägger in den här maskinen med plåstret.
Yeah. I want to say this, like, he slapped Ichigo like twice, I think. He like there was once when he fought against Ichigo, and then I think Shinji interrupted.
The first Karakura sound fight, yeah.
Yeah, like Grimajo got kind of smoked there when Shinji got his like hollow mask on, but then Grimajo was about to go to his like resurrection, then Ukura stopped. That was so cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember when Okura came and
Yeah.
Okura was like, "Alright, Grimjaw, you need to."
Yeah, like the mission is over, let's go. And Grimajo was like, Ukura. Like, he always hated him. Like, I can understand why.
None of the Espadas liked each other. Like they didn't because they were forced to work together. It's not like they were friendly colleagues. None of the Espadas liked each other.
Yeah.
Like if you actually notice, the only time they're ever together is when they're like when Aizen calls them for a meeting to tell them to do this. That's the only time you ever see them together, unless it's Grimjaw and Okura.
Yeah.
They're the only two that actually had like a kind of like a work relationship where Aizen probably told Okura like keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah. Speaking of meeting, when they invaded Hukumundo, the Chad and Ichigo, and then Grimajo was like, he went from the like meeting and he was like, I'm gonna kill them for Aizen-sama. And then Kaname was like, sit back on your seat. And then the Grimajo was like, nah, I will do this for my majesty. Or like, yeah, my lord. Then Aizen was like, I really appreciate it, but Grimajo, can you get back on your seat? And then Grimajo was not answering, like no reply. And then Aizen was like, didn't you hear me, Grimajo, Jago, Jack? And then he put his Ryats on him. That was so cool. Like, he couldn't even
He
breathe.
bumped up his spiritual brush and then Grimjaw just dropped and he's like, alright, cool. I see you.
He got sweat, bro. He got so scared, bro. That was so sick. I never seen Grimajo like that.
Who was okay? Dumb question. Who was it? Kisuke that blew off Grimjaw's hand.
Kaname, Tozen.
It was Kaname. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so the second that's why I'm getting it confused. So it was Kaname with high end that just blew off Grimjaw's hand, and then when they kidnapped. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but after that, I think he blowed off Loopy too, Grimajo.
That was funny though, cause he like one hit killed him the second he got his arm back. He just blew him into pieces.
Yeah, he was like, bye, former Espada 6.
Yeah, that was why he even like Luffy got promoted. Is just because Grimjaw I think lost his hand, and he just couldn't fight.
Yeah. Let's talk about his last fight against Ichigo, because that was arguably one of the best fights. Like,
His last fight, okay, so the one where he went into his resurrection.
yeah. That shit was mad.
That was one of the coolest fights in Bleach, I'd say, purely because of the fact that we actually got to see so much fighting.
Yeah.
Despite Ichigo's little, like, steamroll moment where Orihime shouted his name and he just went, sorry, Grimjaw, I can't lose, and then he just slices him right down the middle.
Yeah. I wasn't a very big fan of his abilities though. He had something like back. He could shoot something from his like elbow, or I don't remember. And then
Yeah, he had these like little pellets, which when they hit you, they just blow up, and you just
yeah. That was I wasn't a big fan of that, but he had two Ceras, I think, or one. Like he has one red Cera, I think.
Every Espada has two Ceras. They have the regular then Grand Ray.
Yeah, but I don't remember his like second or Cera.
Grand Ray Cera. It was the massive blue one.
Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah. What should we like in the anime? I feel like Grimajo is both S in like the both parts, like in the Fawzi Babur and anime, but.
Also, just a quick second before I get corrected in the comments, I just remembered it's not everyone that can do the Grand Ray Cera. I think it's like only like the top 5 Espada or like top 6 or Espada or something.
Yeah.
They're actually like allowed to do it because apparently it gets to a point where they just like their Ceras are too powerful, so they're not actually allowed to use them. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
We saw his like strongest ability. What was it, like with his claws?
Yeah, surely his resurrection would be when he like Pantera with his massive like Descaron.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that either. Yeah. Like people don't like his resurrection, but I think it's very cool.
So, I've heard this a lot, and I've heard a lot that people don't like his resurrection, like his Death Guard on ability. My only rebuttal to that is I think the reason people don't like it is because it was simply used against Ichigo, and the only reason it wasn't effective was because Ichigo just cut through it like it was paper, because he was just that strong at that time. If he used it against literally anyone else, I think it would have actually been effective, and it would have if he hit the ability, it would have been very effective. And it's no
Yeah.
time to actually use it properly. But in that fight, he was just fighting the main character, which is just an unfortunate situation. I know it's breaking the fourth wall a bit, but that is just an unfortunate situation because he's obviously going to lose.
Yeah. I love this.
So I can't say that ability was bad because we never actually got to see the ability.
Yeah, I agree, but I really love his rivalry with Ichigo.
Oh yeah, same. It's like the same thing with like Ikaku and Kenpachi and like all of them. They just all want to beat the shit out of Ichigo, which is not gonna happen.
Yeah, like when Ichigo was like, "Let's fight, let's see you next time." Like that was so cool. Like then when Noitora came and interrupted and like what slashed him, bro. That was kind of sick.
Oh yeah. It was actually really cool. Like this is one thing I do kind of respect Grimjaw on is the fact that he didn't want to fight Ichigo when he was like half dead because Ichigo had just finished getting himself like slapped up by Okura, and then Grimjaw finds him. He traps he throws Okura into that like Espada prison or whatever.
Yeah,
And then he gets Orihime to heal all his injuries just so he can beat the shit out of him again.
yeah. I love his attitude and as a character as a whole. Like I feel like Grimmjow is the perfect example of a like good. He's kind of a villain, but he's like a friend of Ichigo. Like I don't know.
He's an anti-villain, yeah. He's definitely, or an anti-hero rather. He definitely is.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I just want to beat you because I want to be the best. But if there's like this evil king guy here, I will attempt to kill him.
Yeah. Have you read the Fawzil Bab War?
Yeah, of course I have.
Where would you put Grimmjow there? Still S?
Yeah, still that's definitely. I mean, when he came in through like the bubble with okay, first of all, teaming up with Kisuke Urahara automatically puts him at S tier. But second of all, he literally Mortal Kombated ass kid straight through the chest, ripped his heart out, and just crush.
Yeah.
Like the most lethal way you can kill someone ever, and that was absolutely epic. That was the best way to introduce him, I think.
Yeah, but like, did he do anything else besides that? Because people will argue that that was just one thing he did.
Well, it wasn't. He didn't do that much, but he did kill like one of Yuha's like shoot stuff. One of his like chosen warriors.
Yeah.
Askin was fighting Yoroichi and Kisuke, was beating both of them. I think he even might have beat Ichigo earlier on or something. I remember there was someone else that was like chasing after him, but he just didn't want to fight them.
Yeah.
But he fought like Kisuke and Yoroichi. He won against both of them, and then Grimjow comes in and just one hit kills him. Like the most epic thing ever. I mean, that might have been like quote unquote not much, but he still did it. So I would still say S tier, even in Thousand Year Blood War.
Yeah, and see him as an ally, like in the manga, and teaming up with Kisuke and stuff like that is kind of like very cool. To Espada to help them out.
We gotta remember they were allied because the Quincy's were just slaughtering all the Espadas and the Hollows.
Yeah. I agree, yeah. I can't think when he first appeared, that is kind of cool. Like, Ichigo is like, who is this with, like, the Reiatsu, and then Grimmjow comes. Like, he's kind of scared.
Well, yeah, it's because at this point, I think Espadas and, like, Arankas was still kind of like a new thing. Because people didn't know about the whole, like, Hogyoku fiasco. Well, they did, but because of Aizen in Sokyoku Hill, but they didn't know exactly what he was going to do with it, and they weren't sure exactly what it was. Like, these Arankas and stuff was just still kind of brand new. And, like, the Visors as well, approaching Ichigo with his whole holo powers, like, developing.
Yeah.
Shinji obviously being like, hey, come train with us. And then Kisuke is like, oh shit, they actually got to him. And then Ichigo's like, he's like crying because his holo side is trying to kill him, basically.
Yeah. back to the anime though. His fight against Ulquiorra was kind of short, but like it, yeah, like it was so cool when Grimajo was like heal his arm or like heal Ichigo, and then he was like fast, hurry up, Ulquiorra will come, and then Ulquiorra comes from the back, like that shit was mad.
Oh yeah, that was when he was already defeated. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Grimajo is one of the best, well-written characters, in my opinion. He's such a good character.
Definitely, yes. I mean, like, Kubo did the works with him.
Yeah.
Not to mention, one of the things I really like about him is how he's like Zomari is maybe the fastest, but he's also this like big kind of like clunky guy, whereas Grimjo's like he's like a panther basically. He's like this quick, nimble, speed, like acrobatic sort of character who like zips around.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have said everything about Grimjo. I don't think there's something else to add.
Definitely has to.
Yeah, you can choose the next one.
Alright.
They are really strong here.
How about, let's go for a bit more maybe of an unorthodox one. How about Hardy Bell?
Yeah. No. Did you like her only fight was against Toshiro? Did she have another fight?
Well, I guess if you're not counting the backstory, I don't think she did.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe no. I was gonna say because she did fight Toshiro, and then she broke out of Toshiro's thing because what's his name? That little kid that Aizen trained or whatever broke her out of it. Oh, she did. She had that second fight against Lisa and Toshiro when and Hiyori when they like teamed up.
Oh yeah.
The Vizards came in after. Yeah. After Wonder Wise came in, that's his name.
Yeah. She has a good backstory.
She has an amazing backstory.
Yeah. But when she
died of childbirth, became a hollow.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like Toshiro, the people say that Toshiro. Some say that he got defeated. Some say he won it. What do you think?
Well, Toshiro in that fight, the thing is, I actually really like Harley Bell purely because of the fact that her abilities are like, I don't know what it is, but her abilities are just kind of cool. Like, she has the ability to flood like an entire city within like 2 seconds and not even break a sweat. I mean, against Toshiro it was a bit different because she's water, he's ice, so it's just them using their own attacks against each other, and it's just creating this massive problem. And honestly, I actually think half of the damage caused to that fake Karakura-san was Toshiro's fault, entirely because he just kept giving her ice, and she just kept turning it into water.
Yeah.
But besides the point, I think her abilities were really cool. I would go so far as to say her resurrection might have been a tad bit underwhelming, because I was expecting something a lot more,
I agree.
I don't know, I guess grandiose, but she kind of like, she got like this massive white, I don't know, triangle, like on her arm instead of her Zanbaku, and started swinging water around like that.
Yeah.
But her abilities I think are awesome. Her backstory is amazing, like very well written.
Yeah, like the bond she has with her like Sansan, Milaros and Apache is very like yeah, because no Espada really cares about their fracciones besides like Noitora and Halbel.
Yeah, I don't think Baragon even really cared about Geo or that elephant guy that much.
Yeah.
Was Abirame one of Baragon's fracciones?
I think so.
Okay, well then he didn't care about him either. Because Abirame died to Yusuru, so that's, you can imagine that. Gyo obviously lost to Soifon, but that's understandable.
Yeah.
That big elephant guy lost to Almeida, which was something.
Yeah.
But whatever, the point being is, I think Harley Bell definitely, I'd give her an A tier. And also, she had that moment at the end where, this is not even involving Thousand Year Blood War, actually, because even in that, she was, like, the first Espada to be captured by Yuha, and he took her down to his, like, dungeon or whatever to, like, just keep her there, because, obviously, she's a holo. Quincy take holos.
Yeah. She did put up I think she would have won against Toshiro if like Lisa and Hiyori didn't help him out.
Oh, Toshiro would have gotten absolutely smoked. He used like his most powerful ability, and he was already out of like his ice petals were already like gone. So literally one more cascada, and he was dead. There was literally no chance of survival for him.
Yeah, but
Like if he didn't get help, dead. I mean, obviously you can say the same thing about Hallibel, but if Wonder Wise didn't come in and help, but the fact that he did.
yeah, like Toshiro freezed her. She couldn't even move an inch, but then Wonderwise came and helped her out. Yeah, that's true.
He just broke the ice, really. This is the thing. I think this is the reason why people are kind of iffy about that fight, is because if Wonder Wise broke the ice and she was perfectly fine inside of it, she wasn't technically dead. She was just there.
Yeah.
She theoretically could have survived another 100 years in there just off of her spiritual pressure alone, probably.
Yeah. Her abilities, Cascada and stuff like that are cool. Her Zero is not bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her Zero. I like how you're mentioning the Zeros. I completely forget about the Zeros because they're like such a like a random part of a holo, but they're such a pivotal part. You're right. Her Zero is really good.
Yeah, Zero is like the most important ability for the Espadas, you know. I don't know if did she have anything else to do. Like, her resurrection was underwhelming. Did she do anything in the manga besides getting like?
No, not that I can remember. I mean, I think what they said was that she put up a fight, but since we never got to really see it, I wouldn't really count that as doing anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to really get into it, I guess in a Can't For Your Own World, after she got saved, I think she became the ruler of Huecamundo.
Yeah.
Because she was obviously the second in command. Well, she was the third in command, but
Yeah.
obviously Baragon and Stark dead, so she obviously would be the next in line. So I think that might count for something, but we don't really see that happening. So
You don't think she should be A+?
no, I don't. I would give her A, to be honest. I do love Hallibel though. She used to be my favorite Espada because her fight against Toshiro was just amazing. But honestly, I would say A. I want to be fair.
Yeah, when she got one slice by Aizen.
That was bullshit though, because it wasn't even like she was even like, Aizen, you promised me, and then he was like, I don't care. You know what? Actually, now thinking about it, she didn't even really lose the fight, did she?
No.
She was still fighting. Aizen just was like, alright, I CPA anymore. That wasn't even her fault. You know what? She would have won that. No, screw it. A10. She definitely would have won that fight. That's not even fair.
Yeah. Okay. Let's discuss Loopy, even though he's not here.
Loopy just...
Yeah. Let's give him a short attention, because he saw himself as the former 6 Espada, which is mad. He fought against Toshiro, and yeah, let me think. He fought against Rengoku before Toshiro interrupted, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
What can we say about
I should
Loopy?
have brushed up on my Bleach Espada knowledge before this podcast.
Yeah, for real. Let me think. Loopy did very well against Rengoku, you know. But when Toshiro interrupted, I think he got smoked.
Yeah, of course he did. He's literally nothing. He's like, there was a reason he was a Privarona Espada and Aizen promoted. He literally got promoted just because Grimjow couldn't fight. That was literally the only reason.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Where would they put Loopy if he was here?
Fucking Caesar.
B?
The only reason I say C is because if he got promoted to an Espada, there must have been a reason.
Yeah. He didn't do anything, I think, besides the fight against Rengoku and Toshiro and getting smoked by Grimajo.
No, he didn't do anything. anything. No, you know what, F tier. I can't give him any, like, literally bottom tier. I can't say anything to Espada, honestly.
Is he above
I'm sorry,
Aronero?
if anyone out there likes Loopy, I don't know. Even his Bleach Brave Souls characters are kind of useless, to be honest.
Is he above Aronero though, or not?
No, not a chance.
Damn.
I honestly wouldn't say he is.
Alright. Loopy at D, guys. Former 6 Espada.
There's a reason he's former, okay?
Yeah. Wait, did we see his... Oh, he has an Acero, right?
Wait, are we including Loopy in Thousand Year Blood War?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe C tier then, because he did help to fight against the hordes of zombies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because I completely forgot that he actually got resurrected. Which actually doesn't make any sense if you think about it, because he literally got incinerated by Grimjaw. I don't know how the fuck... I don't know what Kisuke did to bring him back.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know how he got his DNA. Or Mayuri, sorry, not Kisuke. I don't even know how... You know what, I don't even want to think about the logic behind that, but...
Yeah, let's leave it there. He's at C then. At max.
Yeah. James Hansen, if you can tell us, you know, comment down below, but honestly, I'm lost.
Yeah, the next four are yeah, the next four, like 3 of them are the big boys. We can go with Nell.
I love Nell. I really do. Her backstory is so insane, and she actually, you know what? I take it back. I think she had the most screen time out of any Espada, if you're being technical about it.
Yeah.
Because she had all that time in Ichigo, with Ichigo in like Last Noches when they were like running around the desert.
Oh yeah, in her baby form, yeah.
Exactly. So if you count her, then she definitely has the most screen time.
Yeah.
Her backstory is always actually phenomenal.
Yeah.
Her powers are, not gonna lie, pretty cool. Her Cero, her like ability to like take in someone's Cero and fire it back at them, and make it even stronger is really unique.
Yeah.
Her massive horse, like her massive javelin that she uses, like the thing she throws, insane.
Yeah.
But I'm mainly basing this off of the fight against Notora because I genuinely don't remember anything else that she actually did apart from those, like, what is it, maybe 10 chapters? Because in Thousand Year Blood War, she didn't, I don't remember her doing anything.
Yeah.
She shows up at the end to rescue, like, Kisuke, Yoruichi, and them lot.
But when she rescued Ichigo, though, she did rescue Ichigo when when she cried and then it like turned to her real like form.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I did forget about that. That is true. Yeah.
No. I would put her like in A above Halibel just cause she didn't have a lot of fights, you know.
But she was such a cool character. I feel like she could have been used more, though. To be honest, I really do feel like she could have.
Yeah.
He even gave her an upgrade. He even fixed a holo mask for her, I think.
Yeah. A plus or A?
If we take Nell, do we also have to take into account Pesci and Nonchaka? Because if we take those two into account, I think we have to put her at like A plus because those two are some of the funniest things in the like part of the anime.
Yeah.
I know most of the shit they do isn't actually canon, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I feel like we should put her an A plus above Yami then.
Yeah.
Above Noitora though.
Oh, no, not above Noitora, I wouldn't say, because she didn't get nearly as much, no.
Yeah, I don't remember how they got separated though, because they were best friends back then.
Who?
Noitora and Nell.
Well, she became an Espada, and then Notora didn't like her, and then he kicked her off a building.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Broke a hole in us. That's how they got separated.
Yeah. Alright. A plus between Yami and Nointora. That's a good spot for her, I guess. We have 3 more left. We have Stark, Ulquiorra, and Xylapora. You can choose one of these.
Xylapro, because he's an interesting one. He's a very underrated one.
Yeah, I will hear you out.
Because Xylapro he's very, very full of himself, but he is actually very clever. Like, genuinely is actually clever. Like, Chad and Uryu absolutely smoked. Like, no even chance. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say they're Chad and Uryu. But also Renji as well. Renji also got absolutely just slapped.
Yeah.
And Renji actually had a Bankai. So he was like, I wouldn't say he was quite captain level, but he was definitely getting there at that point. And Xylapro was basically waving him around like it was tissue paper.
Yeah.
I mean, Uryu has always been a bit... Uryu's even, like, very calculated and stuff, but Xylapro was also just kind of like, you know, like, you're just useless to me. And then he made all those clones of them to fight them, restricted their spiritual energy, like, started basically waving them around. And even when they got out, he was still just destroying him. His resurrection as well, very, very good resurrection. The ability to make, like, dolls of people and just basically break them. And also the ability to literally reincarnate himself. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There was a moment when he tried to lie to Aizen, I think, and then Aizen still, like, didn't believe him.
Well, okay, I didn't say Xylapro is Aizen level smart. He's smart, but
Yeah.
if you try and outsmart Aizen, you're gonna lose. That's just how it is.
Yeah. His fight against Uryu was really good. Like, yeah, that was an underrated fight.
And also his appearance in Thousand Year Blood War was very, very welcomed.
Yeah. His fight against Mayuri too. Almost forgot.
Yeah, that Mayuri fight, insane. Honestly, one of my favorites, because it was just two smart people. Just going back and forth about how smart they are.
Yeah.
Like, Nemu as well, like, Mayuri was sending out Nemu, he was, like, paralyzing her, just throwing her around, like, I don't really care about you. He got reincarnated, like, he was on the inside of Mayuri's, Bankai, and he just, like, blew that thing to shreds. It was amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the fight against Mayuri was very good. I'm thinking here hard. He was not very strong, but he was intelligent and a good character. I'll probably put her above Hannibal, to be honest.
Yes, he was awesome. But, like, I wouldn't say that he would win in a fight against some of the other Espadas, but at the very least, he could definitely escape if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
Even if he died, he would just come back to life when they just went away to do whatever. He would just come back to life.
Yeah. Xylaporo is a very good character.
For me personally, maybe A, like, pushing A, but maybe more realistically B tier. Either B or A, I'd give him that.
Yeah, because if Hannibal is A, I feel like he should be A.
I know, right? Like, it feels weird to not put him up there.
Yeah, I put him above Hannibal because of, like, he had more fights than her, and I just found Xylaporo as a better character than Hannibal, to be honest.
I can't disagree with you because I personally like Hannibal more, but I can definitely see I can definitely see why you would say that, and I think a lot of other people would agree, actually.
And he did have a brother, right?
Yeah, Ilfort. I can't remember whose fact. I think he was like.
Gribberjoe, yeah, he was in Gribberjoe's gang.
He was 15. He was number 15.
Yeah, he got smoked. Who killed him?
Ilfort Grunts? I don't remember, honestly. Like, to be honest with you, my Bleach knowledge is very, like, limited. When you start getting into, like, Ilfort Grunts, I have
Yeah.
no memory of them.
Yeah.
I do remember he did put up some sort of a fight. I just don't remember what he did exactly. I think it was Toshiro actually that killed him, or maybe it was Renji. Oh no, it was Renji, because remember in Zailapu's fight against Renji, he was like, "Oh, you killed my brother. I already know all your moves."
Oh yeah. He took notes of that fight. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's a cool like small detail that Espada has a brother. I feel like.
You know what? Actually, that is very true. I never really thought about it like that. I think he's the only Espada that has like siblings.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely above Halabel. I don't care what anyone says. That.
Yeah, now thinking about it, now actually really thinking about it, I do agree.
Xylapore at A, guys.
He got killed by Renji. It was actually a close fight as well against Renji, if I remember correctly. It's not like he just got completely, curb stomped. He put up the fight.
Yeah. Next one. I want to leave Ukura at last, because he's one of the most like fan favorite, popular ones. Even like let's go with Stark.
Okay. Stark. What are we raising him on? Ability? Like, well, I guess everything, right?
Yeah.
So, let's start from the top. His abilities. Dude, he fought everyone and he was winning.
Yeah.
Like, Jushiro, fucking, what's his name?
Shunzui. Yeah.
He had 2 other fights before that as well that he was also winning in against, like, lieutenants or something. He just did not stop fighting. He didn't even want to fight. That's the best part. But he was, like, his resurrection as well, where he threw in the dogs. Oh, it was against the Visors is the second fight. It was Love and Rose.
Yeah.
And he was getting the wolves to just blow them up into, like, smithereens.
Yeah.
His...
I've...
Zero, his fucking hand pistols. Oh, he's insane.
Yeah, I feel like his resurrection was kind of underwhelming. I don't know, like his pistols was cool, but like he didn't change much.
Now that I will give you. Underwhelming I can understand, because I think, okay, the way I think it was meant to be taken was a lot, like he was meant to be a bit more of a poetic character, a bit more like character with like meaning rather than just raw damage. So, like, his whole thing was, I'm taking apart pieces of my soul and I'm literally using them to kill you. Which I think was meant to be interpreted more as, like, the more he as an Espada or as a character fights, the more lonely he becomes because he loses pieces of himself. And he did end up actually losing Lillinette at the end. Because I think it was Shunsui that killed Lillinette or something.
Yeah.
But he did end up actually, like, losing Lillinette. And that made him genuinely sad and upset. Because now, he was alone again. Because his whole point was, like, he was, like, so strong and his abilities were so insane that he literally had to take a chunk of his soul and make it another person just so he wouldn't be lonely.
Yeah, I feel there's a small detail here. Like I feel like you said that every Espada was forced to like be like under the command of Aizen besides Ukura who loved him. I feel like Stark was like not, he didn't hate him either. Like neither did he love him.
No, I don't think he hated Aizen. You're right. I think he worked with Aizen because he had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
But Aizen was like, if you don't work with me, I will kill you. But it's not like a definite thing because I can see you're strong. And Stark was like, whatever, I have nothing better to do anyways.
And let's not forget, like he fought against the new head captain, like Shunzui's.
He fought against 2 captains, mind you. Both of them were Yama students, and he won. And then the Visors came in, and he was still smoking them.
Yeah, that's true. And we didn't see his potential, bro. I feel like there was so much more into a Stark.
I do feel like he actually... I feel like what brought him down is himself. Because at the end of the day, he didn't really want to fight. Like, he kind of just wanted to, chill.
Enjoy life,
he just wanted to sit back and do nothing. It's not because he couldn't. It's just because he didn't want to.
He was very lazy.
It was similar to Shunsui, where even Shunsui was like... well, I don't want to fight you either, but we can't just sit down and have a drink.
Yeah.
Because
Is
like,
it?
I'm being told by my head captain to kill all of you guys.
Yeah.
And Aizen is your commander, and he's telling you to kill all of us.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't be sat here chilling with you as much as I would love to.
Something that was really cool was like Shuzi was like, "Are you the strongest Espada?" Or he thought like someone else was stronger than him, and then he was like, "No, you're unlucky." Then he showed his hand, and it was number 1. That was so cool.
Yeah, and Shunsu was like, oh, god damn it, did I really get the strongest one? I really didn't want to put any effort into this.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint you. And number 1, Primera Espada. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I would also like to just mention that it was also a really, really fun moment in just the story in general, where Ichigo thought he was fighting like number 2 or something, or like he was fighting like the strongest, and then like Okura shows his thing and it's just number 4, and Ichigo's like, he's not even in the top 3.
Yeah, but let's be honest, he was the strongest one.
But yeah, as for Stark, now getting into his like personality, he's the most like chill, relaxed. Honestly, if I could hang out with any of the Espada,
Yeah, I'll go
most
Stark.
likely be him.
Yeah, he's like a human.
Literally, yes, he is. Like, he actually is. He's literally just vibing. I think his aspect of death is loneliness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because each of the Espadas have like their own aspect of death. I think his might be loneliness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally just like one of the reasons I really love Stark is like because he has a sword, but he doesn't use it. He has the like pistols that he shoots Zeros out of, and he has like a Zero Metralleta where he just he, like machine guns the fuck out of Shunsui and Jushiro.
Yeah.
And like he looks cool as well. His design is insane.
Yeah, like I put him in above Baragon, like an S plus.
Yeah,
Or an S,
no,
I mean,
definitely. I
yeah.
think Stark is that like his backstory as well, where he was like roaming around Las Noches, and he's like, I am alone, and then Aizen comes along, and he's like, I can help you to not. That's why he joined. I think it's because Aizen was like, I can help you not be alone anymore. You can be around people like you, hence being all the different Espadas, and he was like, you know what, fine, I'll join.
Yeah. S above Baragon is sounds fair. I like it. He could arguably be above Grimmajo, but Grimmajo just has like much more to the story.
You can argue it, but I don't think you'd win the argument.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Stark is one of my favorite ones. He's amazing. The last one, actually the most popular one, I think. Like, it's between Hino and Grimmajo, but yeah, Ulquiorra.
Okay, Okura has so many different abilities that he uses. Like, he's the Espada who's able to regenerate the fastest. So, he can grab his eye out of his socket and, like, snap it, and he can give what he's seen to other people like Aizen.
Yeah.
That is, like, probably one of the most insane abilities I've seen in Bleach. Obviously, apart from like Yuha's all-seeing, almighty ability.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely one of the best abilities in Bleach.
He had 2 fights against Ichigo, right?
No, he had 3. Well,
3?
I guess 2 if you don't count the original one.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, so there was the first fight where he came down to Karakura-town with Yami.
Oh,
and
yeah.
tried to fight Ichigo, he lost, and then Okura battered him away like he was literally nothing. Then he had the second fight after Ichigo broke in through thing.
Yeah, to save Orihime.
To save Orihime, and then he just, like, swatted aside, and Okura's like, you still don't understand who you're fighting, and that's when he was like, I'm number 4. Even if you kill me now, there's still 3 others above me who will smoke you, and they are each 4 times stronger than I am.
Yeah.
Like number 3 is 3 times stronger than me, and then the one after that is 4 times stronger than them. So you're not even on the scale right now. And Ichigo had that moment of like, and then he obviously fought Grimmjow. But then the third time, Okura won again until obviously Ichigo had to pull just absolute complete ass pull of an ability and smoke him. Even then, it was kind of a close fight.
Yeah, that was such a he was such a good character, bro. It was so cool. Like he was so loyal. He was so smart. He was so strong. Like he was a perfect villain, Ukura.
He had that that Cero, the very unique one that he like created himself or something.
Yeah.
That like a spear that he had.
The fact that even Aizen didn't know he had a second release is like very
we don't
cool.
know that he didn't. Aizen said that.
Yeah. And when like they fought the second time, and Ichigo was like, "Have you become weaker? Is it more like you have become human?" And then he got mad. That was so cool. That's such a small detail. Yeah.
And his Lanza de Relampago is the ability I was forgetting. Is he like throws it and then it makes like a nuke in the entire desert.
Yeah.
And he could like even against Uryu. Uryu was like when he was fighting Uryu as well. He had some of the coolest lines in Bleach as well. When he was fighting Uryu, he was like, "I thought you were meant to be the smart and calculated one." And Uryu was like, "I am, but right now I'm pissed off," or something like that.
Yeah. Ukura. Let me think. I feel like we're missing something about him. I love his eye detail. He could do something with his eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you could see he could do something interesting. I don't remember, but the fact that he has two releases is like when he went to his first release and smoked Ichigo, he was like give up. Ichigo didn't give up. He went to his second release. He was like being despair. Like that was so cool when Ichigo was like the hope was gone.
I mean, he literally told him, "Give up now, I will kill you." And Ichigo was like, "Nah," and then he literally died. And then Okura's like, "I mean, I told you, didn't I? I told you I'm gonna win. Like, you will lose. That's just how it will be."
Yeah, when he did that hole in his chest and Orihime saw that, bro. Oh.
That was, though, that moment was powerful. Because that was when we, as, like, the audience were like, okay, so Ichigo is very strong, but it's not like these Espada are something that Ichigo can fling around. Like, he will lose.
Yeah.
Because that was when we, as, like, the audience understood. Alright, these guys are not fucking around. And if this is number 4 and he just killed the main character point blank, imagine what Stark is like.
Yeah. And the fact that like Ukura he actually became Orihime, who was like in love with Orihime too.
I wouldn't say he was in love. I feel like love is a strong word. I think he was fascinated with Orihime because she was like, okay, and I'm genuinely putting this out there, and if anyone wants to criticize me, sue me, right? I think in Bleach, Orihime, apart from Ichigo, I think she is the most human person in Bleach.
Yeah.
Because she shows every human emotion. Like, she cries at things, she laughs at things, she's sad about things, she has, like, dedication, like, to pretend her friend Tatsuki, that's how she even got her abilities. So, when Okura saw her, he was like, "You're fascinating as a human. You would risk your life, and you still put so much faith that Ichigo will come back to save you. What makes you think that he will come back at all? What makes you even think that he'll be able to win?" And she basically just goes, "Because I know he can." And Okura's like, "Fascinating.
Yeah.
So this heart that you speak of, if I blow a hole in your chest, will it be there?"
Yeah, that was And he has a good backstory too, right?
Oh my god, Okura's backstory.
We like saw, I remember we saw some stuff about him back then. I don't remember that, but yeah, he has a decent story. I'm pretty sure. The thing is, we should I don't know where we should put him. Like, is he above Grimmjow? Like,
I think if we're actually being fair and we are talking in terms of Espada, like genuinely who is because this is a tier list for who is technically the best Espada. If we take everything into account and Okura is not at the top, I don't know what we've missed.
Yeah.
Because Okura can do both Zeros, and he has his own one. His, like, own unique ability. He has 2 resurrections, each with their own abilities. Mind you, like, Murcielago is not, like, anything to be played with. He only went into second release just to show Ichigo this is pointless.
Yeah, show them levels.
He won in Resurrection. He won just by releasing Murcielago.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do anything to win. He could have just done that.
Yeah. And the fact that he was so loyal to Aizen, bro, that is so cool. Like, he could be like Aizen's right hand with his like free will.
He was. I think in the end, maybe like, yeah, in the end, it was definitely his like. You know what? I can't even say it was him that like that. I can't even say it was Okura. That's why he lost. The reason he lost was because Ichigo went Vasta Lord. That was completely out of his control.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't kill Orihime. That was the strict orders from Aizen. No killing her. And she also didn't resurrect Ichigo. I mean, she kind of did, but she didn't. Like, not directly, anyways.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing he could have done. Nothing that would have changed the outcome. Literally nothing.
Yeah. Feel like that's everything we have to say. If you don't want to add anything about this Espadas we have forgotten. Cause the top 4 is Ulquiorra, Grimmjow, Stark, and Baragon.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair.
And then A plus is Nointora, Nell, Yami. Are you fair with that?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
And then A is Xylapora and Lupi, Xylapora and Halibel. And then B is Zomari. We have C, we have Lupi, and then we have D, Aroniro. So I feel like this is a very good list.
Yeah, I think this is very fair list. We tried to look. The thing is, I'm trying to be impartial because if I really wanted to, I would just put all the Espada at S tier. But like, well, apart from Lupi, but genuinely, I feel like this is fair because from what we've seen of them as characters of a whole, they, without even like being sarcastic, I think genuinely they helped to define Bleach and what it is today. And they shaped the characters that we know and love into, well, what they are now.
Yeah.
And I don't think Bleach would be anywhere near what it is now without them.
And let's not forget a small detail about Xylaporo. I think he had like a new form in Hell Arc or something like that.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, if we want to take Hell Arc into account, we'd have to obviously, because like, we don't even know what's going to happen with that. I mean, yeah, in that one chapter, like, yeah, all the people that were, like, sent to hell or whatever,
Yeah.
like, they have, like, their barn, like, we saw, like, the Bankais and shit coming out of the portal, so, you know.
Yeah. Oh, well. If you guys, like, don't agree with anything else, like, on this list, just comment in the section and we can argue. You know, everyone has a different opinion. But yeah, I really enjoyed this podcast with Khota here. Shout out to him. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord. Khota, you wanna say bye?
Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I do really like doing kind of stuff like this in podcasts. I was actually invited to be on the other one, but I couldn't make it because it was too late for me, personally, in my time. But honestly, I do like doing these, and yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.